Crims finally gets on the board with his first kill, make that 2.
Oh,
he's no longer in the
positive.
negatives.
And so Crims decides to come out and play as he's picked up 2 so far here. And he'll put him at +1 right now. And so Exist is going to go get that bomb down. It's going to be down to a 2-on-3. One of the things that we've seen from LGB Esports is that they have had really successful retakes. Let's see if Crims can add a couple more kills on the board.
NIP also just happens to have the world's best closer, though, and it's not Harvey. It's Get Right.
Exist right around, he's going to get taken out there. And now it's going to be down to a 3-on-1, and Get Right falls. And so the defuse will come in here. And Crims is kind of hoping that he'd get the defuse, at least get an MVP there. That's not going to happen, so. But everyone give a good little congratulations there to Crims there, picking up and going positive there now.
So now there are 3 rounds. You know, 3 to 10 NIP. Okay, that's a big lead. What if the half ends 5 to 10 and LGB wins the terrorist pistol round? All of a sudden, what looked like NIP just completely running a train over the other Swedish team could all of a sudden be a game. I really like how in Counter-Strike these matches just turn around.
These matches are just insane and unpredictable. Of course, we've heard your predictions and Thorn's predictions, so we know that they are
well the fact that my predictions are wrong, that proves that they're unpredictable.
Oh, yeah. All right, so here we go.
Back for logic.
You figure out some way to wind and dine your way to some type of way. I mean, so right now, but look at this, 3-on-3 though. And actually, it's going to be turning in the favor here for LGB.
Yeah,
and
Exist low on health, just 19 health points.
As now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3. Like you mentioned, Exist low on health. So we've got Faflaren. He's going to be backtracking as a teammate right there, regrouped with him. Of course, Faflaren's picked up the bomb.
And it looks like NIP are just going to be holding in Banana for a little while longer before they finally attack the B site.
They don't know whether or not that there's any push-up or any flank coming around from Banana. Olafmeister has not left his quarters yet. And interesting enough, they are still just leaving Dennis by himself. Now you're going to see a quick rotate happen here. Dennis able to pick off both of them. Of course, Exist was low on health, but picking off Faflaren with that nice headshot, that's going to help out a lot. As now the score is 10-4, taking another look there as he finishes things off.
Nice shots by Dennis there, and you know that's another round where had Dennis missed the opening shot, all of a sudden it would have been around for NIP. So they're finally starting to hit some of their shots. If they win this final round and the pistol round, anything's possible. I feel like we heard that one before.
Yeah. The score was 10-1, and now we're at 4-10. And it really
10-1, 9-0, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, it was, yeah, or 9-0.
Both look
right.
both sound pretty bad.
I like the 9-0.
I like 10-1 just for like when you have the context that
They've won
LGB were super
rounds.
broke.
Yeah, they were.
Because they won the round and then lost the one right after.
All right, so Krim's gonna have to fall back. He's right there with his teammate. That's going to be Olafmeister, and again, this is a default setup. And look out, as they decided to push through. Freiberg was definitely going to get caught off guard, but he does have his teammates. Now Olafmeister's going to have to hold this ground, as he's going to have to be able to fall back. Now he's got to, again, you've got Exist, who's pushing in aggressively. He takes down another one, looking for his third. Bomb's going to go ahead and move there inside of the site. Smoked over there for construction side. Look out, though, as Exim is just on the other side. Going to be down to this 3-on-3 here in the final round of the first half.
Just barely
just
look at
that. Look at that placement again. Where you see Faflaren, he wasn't playing right on top of it, pushing it back around, completely blind. Is now look at there, he goes around, get right, finishing things off, and you can see all of them just kind of holding up their arms. All of them were completely blind.
Yeah, and Get Right just completely bailed NIP out of there, because had they lost that round too, that would have. Well, not would have, but he could have had some unfavorable ramifications in terms of momentum going into the second half and the final half, pending no overtime of the series. Right now, pistol round, important as ever for LGB. They really don't want to start. They really don't want to start their comeback from a 4-14 deficit. Although I must point out that Recursive were down 4-14 against NIP on CT side of Inferno earlier, and they still came back.
So I called out one player before from NIP. He came out of the woodworks, and we'll see if Crims can do it now. They definitely need him here on the terror side, as again they trail 11-4 right now against NIP in the final map. And they're going to try to see who will move on here in the playoffs here at DreamHack. And so far, I mean, this has been a great matchup. Map number 1 was by the book, fundamentals by LGB. Second map on TE Train, it was raw talent, raw skill. And we'll see what happens right here in the second half of map number 3, 11-4 lead. And so far, we've watched Forrest. He's been extremely successful so far, sitting at 15-8. You also have Freiburg, who's had some really great entries. They're sitting at 13-8. And just overall, NIP is playing extremely well collectively. But really, there's a lot of weight on the shoulders of Exim and Olafmeister there in the beginning. Of course, we've seen some really great Mag 7 work happening there by LGB Esports, forcing themselves to have to buy. And we'll see what happens now here in the second half.
Yeah, it's just 1 second away from finally kicking off the second half of the third map. Obviously, teams are tied. NIP up 11-4 after the first half, tied in maps. And this for all the marbles. Well, not all of it, but for a chance to continue in the tournament.
Here's for a collection of marbles.
Yeah, a big collection.
All right, take a look at how they're going to set things up. Exist and Freiburg are actually, we're going to go ahead and toss out some early nades.
Those nades actually went right past Dennis, and I believe it is, I'm not sure who the other person was.
That's over there as well. So you've got Dennis, and that would be Exim.
Yeah, but the nades actually went right past them, even though NIP had a very good idea of trying to counter an early banana push. NIP aggressive in the hallway and boiler room, so LGB might just be able to completely sneak.
Look at this opening, and that was the one area that they could get. They couldn't give up, and they did. And Forrest right now is going to say, well, they're not over here inside of in B, but they're not going to know that they're going to be on the flank. Now they will, but look out right now for Get Right. Get Right is going to be lurking about, checking all of these different spots. They're going to have to push down here on this side. Quinton's going to be able to pick up one. Still wrapping back around. Now they know exactly where Get Right is. Headshotted in midair. It is going to be Get Right. And so now it's going to be left up here to Forrest and Faflaren. As Faflaren's going to start to be able to push up there. Quick headshot there, pre-firing around the corner. Faflaren picks up another one with that P2000. As right, oh, you're kidding me. 3 headshots with the P2K as the bomb is still ticking away here inside of the B bomb site. Pushing back around, trying to be able to pick up another one. This time it takes a full clip. As there he goes. Faflaren was making it interesting there in the pistol round. But now the score is going to be 5-11. They just found that window. Let's take another look here with Faflaren.
That was just that one perfect call that you could make to counter NIP setup. And with a perfect timing, too. That was just a great call from LGB, whoever calls for them. Just perfectly countered what NIP did. And I know NIP's run that pistol before, so they probably had prepared that specifically for them.
Well, from one of the members from Universal Soldiers, you may know him, Neo, actually says sometimes it takes a little bit of luck as well. So right there, I mean, he found that LGB found that doorway and walked on past, and they picked up the pistol round.
Always takes luck. Everything takes luck. But some people make their own luck.
I mean, it does. I didn't say it always takes luck. If I did, then I'll stand corrected.
No, but I'm saying I think it pretty much always does take luck, though. I mean, because
there's chance out there.
Yeah, chance. Chance is a better word.
Let's stick with chance.
Yeah.
All right, deal.
Okay, and now LGB doing what NIP was doing in the first half, which is just sitting really far back and just trying to avoid losing any weapons here. Though NIP they're doing much worse themselves. They actually have stacked aside now, and this actually looks a little worrisome because if LGB simply attacked where NIP are, it actually looks like NIP might be able to score some kills here.
5-7s too, and I am a big fan of the 5-7.
And NIP has bought, by the way. NIP has 0 money left in the bank, so they've used all the money they have in trying to win the second round.
Yeah, pushing back around, and it's going to be down to a 2-on-1. And right there, you've got Olafmeister and Dennis finishing the last 2 off, but wow, that was close. I mean, the sheer chance of them going towards that site is crazy.
Yeah.
I had to use it at least once.
Yeah, I saw it coming. But yeah, I mean,
couldn't resist.
Can't really say it was a good save round by NIP because that wasn't a save round. That was a buy round. They used up all the money. They tried their hardest to win that round. Good effort. They were fairly close. They could have easily pulled that off the way it was looking. But LGB now one step closer. They're still fairly far away. I mean, knowing NIP, they're going to be fine buying next round, even though they're only going to have about 4.4 to 5K of money.
Freiburg tried to fade away, and Whitten decided to say, nope, headshot with the AK sounds better to me.
Yeah. So yeah, NIP is not going to have perfect money for everything they would want next round, but I mean, they're a good team at force buy, so I think that'll be fine for them. And they did get a good chance of winning the second round, so I think that was a good call, knowing they had such a big lead. Here's the thing, though, that NIP is slightly lower in money. That could affect the upcoming round, and it could also affect the future rounds. So, bit of a risk there, knowing you have a big lead and you have a lot of rounds to work with.
I like the way that they've got everyone set up over there. Flaren was over there towards the A bomb site until Freiburg was taken out, but they still decided to go over here. 35 seconds left to work with here. They've been playing so passive, not giving up any spots there, as now you're going to see them start to push over here. This is actually where all the members are, and Flaren carrying over what he did during the pistol round, picking up that headshot. They're going to rotate back over there towards the A side. They're trying to move as quick as possible. As you're going to see the rotate happen over here from the NIP side. This is a smart gameplay here from LGB Esports, forcing them to come to them over there towards that A side. Bomb's going to get planted. It's planted in the default spot. And Flaren will get taken down here. Exim toying around with Forrest right now.
Trying to go for that single bullet headshot.
Yep. The
Not
pew pew from the USP.
Oh, the pew pew is coming from Get Right.
Yeah, well, the AK
doesn't make much of a pew pew, but
yeah.
Headshot
I was so happy whenever
counts.
the USP came back out with silence. Bring back the pew pew.
I really like how LGB, first of all, they first sent out, I believe it was Shooter, into the cove area of the B bomb site. So as soon as he got killed, they knew NIP had stacked. And I also like the fact they didn't hesitate. The second he heard two people shooting, they just booked it and ran it all the way back to the A side. I thought that was a very good call, even though there wasn't a whole lot of time left.
For those of you that are curious, well, we're also referencing Whitten as a shooter. And just, again, that's the English translation for what we've been told for that name. So just to kind of keep this kind of safe face here, as we'll see, we're going to see M4s and one FAMAS here for NIP.
Yeah, and once again, very important round, because if LGB are able to win, NIP will be on a save round. So this round is once again effectively worth 2 for them. Denny's going for a very aggressive pick there in lane, but it's not working out. Forrest and Exist down to just 20-ish health, each of them. Shooter down to 48. Still anyone's round.
All right, so now we're seeing some smokes again, kind of push over there towards. Looks like they're going to wrap around there. They need to worry about 2 players that are over there. But Flaren, and make that more so, Get Right. As Get Right picks up multiple. And so right now they're going to go rotate back around. Flaren's going to go ahead and fall. Now Get Right says, okay, I'll go ahead and come back around here to that same point and try to add more to my tally.
Yeah, unfortunately for LGB Esports, they've not only lost this round, because it looks like they're going to go save their weapons, but they've lost in a way where they've only managed to get 1 kill. So what that means is NIP will have plenty of money, even though they were actually fairly low on money at this point. You know, they still only had a FAMAS for Freiburg on the first weapon round of the game, but now that they have 4 people survive this round, they're going to have plenty of money saved up after. So even if they lose the next round, they will likely be able to buy, unless they spend too much money on this upcoming round. And that puts a lot of extra pressure for LGB, who obviously are now the team. Well, theoretically, I guess they have the same amount of money for the upcoming round, but they're not going to be able to afford a proper buy.
Yeah, it's going to go ahead and take a look here. Just another look at Get Right. That was from Flaren's perspective. But right now, just kind of looking how they bought here. AKs, 4 AKs. All have head armor. They have a full nade set there for Crims. And a P250 there for Exim. Crims must have been dropped the AK. Oh, and that was a bad nade there by Get Right. you can see how they're spread throughout the map here. And Exim actually drops the bomb inside of the T apartments. That's actually a tough spot to go back to get to. And so he's going to realize that and bring it back over there. And we'll see.
Some early damage dealt to Freiburg in the B side, nothing too major. Olaf gets a pick on Get Right though in the B side, and that is big.
So as we see, Olafmeister is still over there towards B. Exim there inside of mid. Still waiting for this type of pick there. They don't know that they've actually split up the defense. They've got NIP, got 2 members over there towards B, and 2 over towards A. And if Olafmeister keeps pushing, then they might as well rotate their 2 players over there. They've got no purpose other than try to flank the flank, and I don't just see that one happening. That's going to go ahead and push in there. Hutten is able to take down Exist. Freiburg inside of the site, trying to hold down this bomb site right now. Freiburg turns around, able to take down the key.
Take that 3.
Kill there. Now he's able to take down 3 so far. And he turns around trying to make it 4, but it's not going to happen. Left up to Faflaren. 5 seconds. He gets caught on that railing, ends up shooting at his teammate, and oh no! And Faflaren wins the round just due to the fact that they cannot figure out how to jump up on top of a ledge. They get caught on the grill, and they cannot get the bomb down.
Yeah, that's...
Oh my.
We'll call that an easy 1v2 win.
Wow.
Yeah, that leaves you speechless, doesn't it?
I cannot believe that just happened.
Big round by Freiburg, though. We shouldn't overlook that. We just saw the highlight there as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, right. It
those,
brought that
those
to
3
that
kills
situation.
are what gave Fiflaren that, well, gave Fiflaren the chance to just do nothing and win.
Yeah, there's a lot of time that was wasted, and then Freiburg shut them down. He's going to try to start something here as well. And that may be all she wrote after that. Of course, this is a save round. They do have P250s and Galils here, so they did buy whatever they could. And Exim has actually picked up an AK from one of his teammates. See who that's from. That's actually Olafmeister, who's picked up that AK from Dennis. So that must have been dropped by Dennis to one of his other teammates.
Yep, I think that is indeed the case, but it's just starting to look a little desperate for LGB here. They're not really connecting their shots. Obviously, losing a round like the previous one where you just run out of time.
I still can't believe that.
I know. When you run out of time in a favorable situation, when you have the man advantage, it's just
the man advantage.
It's just really tough.
The bomb's not anywhere lost. That round is going to be that's going to haunt them for a while.
Yeah,
it may not. I mean, I think we have a different. I mean, of course, we have a completely different perspective on the round on how things are formulated. But his teammate was running out. He shot at him. That wasted time. He then went to go pick up the bomb, and he should have already done that from the get-go.
Yep.
He tried to hop up onto the railing. He failed. He tried to hop up again. He got up there, but then he ran into the grill there and still couldn't get the bomb down. And Faflaren, what does he do? He just hangs out. So right now, you can see they're going to start to push over here towards the A side. Bakir is going to get dropped there. And just like that, game point.
Just to add something to what you were discussing is I think there's also a chance, like a reasonable chance, because I think the bomb carrier was very low on LGB, so I think there's a small chance Fiflaren might have been able to spam the planner when he started planning as well, because I think that might have been what Fiflaren was waiting for in construction. I could be wrong, but just food for thought.
Yeah, it's actually a good point. I mean, you're talking in a whole different aspect of it. You're talking in terms of what Faflaren was doing.
Yeah.
Because there is that chance that he could.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. I'm just going a little deeper
No, it's
into
a great bit of information to throw in there as well. I mean, there is a reason why players should be doing what they're doing. As right now, let's see. This is it. AK is coming out. Full gun round here for LGB. They're on life support. And Exim, he's going to get taken down. Pushing over here towards the side. An exchange there. Crims picking up one. Forrest utilizing this lamppost. is able to pick up one, pushing inside the site. Here comes a nade. That's going to be a nice nade, causing a little bit of damage there. As the bomb is still trying to get planted, finally does inside the A site. Forrest and Freiberg now down to a 2-on-2. They're both stuck inside the site. They've got so much time to toy with them here inside of that bomb site. Freiberg pushing in, and Forrest takes down the other in NIP. They struggled there on map number 1. They struggled in the first half. They're on DE train, but they came out to finish off this one in this best of 3. So for those of you that were worrying that NIP may get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, they stay alive here against LGB Esports. And just a huge shout out there to LGB Esports and just watching the way they played fundamental CS. It's just sometimes you just gotta have that raw skill, that raw talent that NIP provides.
Yeah, and it also looks like they maybe just ran out of the fuel in the tank a little bit. I mean, it's mentally draining playing those long series. So the longer it was going to go, the bigger the advantage was going to shift towards NIP, in my opinion. Solid play by them nonetheless. Good showing, and I mean they're not going home empty-handed. They get 10 grand for their efforts here, so that's not bad for one day of Counter-Strike.
Not bad, for sure. They've played. Right now, they've played for a couple matches here, or played 3 matches during this one. They played, I believe, 3 matches earlier in the group stage.
Yeah, so the first 6
maps. And so they played 6 matches, 6 maps, if you will, to walk home with 10K.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And
it's a pretty good day's work.
They have more to walk home with than just the money. It's not like they just got completely ran over. I mean, first of all, they did well in the group stage. They passed a group that many people, including myself,
I claim the fact too that I
didn't think they were going to pass.
I didn't think I thought Na'Vi was going to actually make it through, and they actually ended up getting 0-2 out of that group. I expected Clan Mystique actually to run away with it after that. I thought they were my second runner for that one, and they got taken out.
Yeah.
And then so there you go. That's what we have. So we're going to see Fnatic, the number 1 seed. They're from Group A. They move on. The number 1 seed being NIP from Group B in the playoffs. They both move on to the round of 4 there. So we'll see how that one kind of plays out. But it's been a lot of fun watching some of this gameplay throughout the entire day. I mean, we've seen some really crazy things. We've seen, I mentioned earlier in our cast here for this matchup, I saw over on DE Inferno, we've seen a player who had an M4. He realized that he was being attacked. He realized that he ran out of ammo and he couldn't get away. So he tosses it up on top of the roof and says, "Come and get me now." Yeah. And we've seen some really just great stuff. I've seen even Devil Walk. I had the chance during the matchup in between the break. We've seen a unique flashbang. That was actually, I want to show it off later on. But Devil Walk over there towards Ivy on DE train. He actually tosses it off of the pipe that would actually be over there in the 6-hole. Right next, and it actually bounces off of the pipe and then ends up falling right back over there into the Ivy area. Perfect flashbang. Really unique, completely different. Haven't seen it before. But so there's so many different aspects that we've seen so far here in day number 1. And let's kind of look at what happened so far here, especially in this best of 3, and we'll send it back over to the studio.
Welcome back to the DreamHack SteelSeries CSGO Championship studio. Do you guys know what's the sad part about fairy tales in the real world? They tend to end. And boy, did they end here tonight in the round of 8, Torin. What happened?
Well, I mean, we saw the shutout in the second half on Train, where they got 10 rounds in a row. That didn't stop going into the third map, Inferno. It continued for another 9 rounds, except the NIP guys were on the T side. So you're expecting the CTs are going to have the advantage there. So immediately, all the life was sucked out of this exciting match. Oh, what's going to happen? You could see it on the face of the LGB players. They were just like, oh, yeah, sure, I keep trying, I guess. They clawed a few rounds back, but it was always going. You know, they take 1 round, they'd lose another 4. It's like they could never make any ground up on NIP. And yeah, it got toasty in there. That's all I'm going to say. You know, what do I like on my toast? Light, you know, lightly toasted Swede.
Pansy did have an asked Thorin what he'd liked on his
Well,
toast.
I think after this, Swede, obviously. It sounds disgusting, but it was pretty delicious. You know.
Like sweet pate of some sort? I don't know.
So LGB is eliminated, and we're going to bring in one of the NIP players. Freebird, come on in here.
Give me a second. I have to move my magic box. Pay no attention. There we go.
All right. Congratulations on moving forward and into the semifinals.
Thank you.
How was that game for you? Were you nervous after Dust 2?
Yeah, I mean, we went in very confident into the game, but we kind of felt that the Dust 2 game, we kind of threw it away, I think. I mean, we had such a great T side, and we could have won even further, like even more, 12-3 maybe, but they really won the important rounds. We were CT. Every time we won a round, they won it back. So we got like the economy situation for our team was really bad all the time during CT's half, and we just didn't manage to close off the game.
Was that like the perfect second map to have for you guys? Because we talk about home maps. There's a reason why some very games don't even want to play you guys on train.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like, did you know like we're not beatable on that? Even if we lost Dust 2, we're going to win train for sure.
We are very confident on train. That's what I can say.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what you guys were talking about when you were on break between Dust 2 and train? What was going through your minds, and what did you guys talk about?
We talked about the communication. That's the main thing that we have like in our team. The more we talk, the calmer we are when we give the calls and everything like that, the better we play. So we just told each other, we have to talk more and we have to play as a team. And we were very confident going into train. And we know it's very nice to start on T as well on train, because then you know you can have the lockdown on CT after. You can just pick a round after round as T and then work yourself back at CT. But our T play was pretty good. We got 6 weapon rounds without pistols, so that's really good, I think. And then we just shut it down at CT.
You weren't at all nervous going into the T side on train after losing the first map?
Not really, actually. I think we're very confident on train. So yeah, train is a good map.
How did you feel about LGB's performance overall in this best out of 3 series? Were you impressed with them, or did they perform just to what you expect?
They really surprised me. We've been watching a few demos of them and watched them play recently on both the SWC and other tournaments, and we knew they're a good team, but they really stepped it up here in this game against us, I think. I mean, they had some great individual performances and everything like that, so hope that the guys keep on playing, because, I mean, they're a really team to watch out for.
You had some big rounds as well on Inferno. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you guys felt that map was going?
I think our Inferno is pretty strong as well, and I mean, winning the T pistol round and then just getting round after round, especially like the first weapon round as on T, is so important. I mean, we won the pistol round and we won the first weapon round. Then we had 5-0 lead, and that's huge going against T. And we just kept on playing slowly. We just kept on playing together as a team, taking map control and finishing on the site. So I mean, our play on Inferno and Train was awesome today.
If you could pick your opponent for the semifinals, who would you pick?
Get my question.
Oh, I don't know. It's really hard to play. I mean, hard to say. If you want to win this tournament, you have to beat the best team. So I would probably say Astana Dragons maybe, and then beat Very Games in the final. That would be the dream scenario for me.
Okay, and sorry for taking your question. You can have another one here, Scoots.
All right, well, we've talked a lot about just momentum, and if you get down a couple rounds, how to snap out of that. And obviously guys like you that have been doing this for years kind of know that you can snap back out of it. You have that confidence inherent. Who is the guy on your team, whether it's actually your in-game leader or not, that is that turning point guy that like brings it all together, like calms you back down? Is it Heaton behind you, or is it actually one of you guys that, you know, kind of rallies it when you're down a few rounds?
We've been talking a lot about that, because that's a really important part. I mean, when you practice, it's not only about executing strats, and it's not about aiming. I mean, it's about getting back from those situations. Yep. It's about playing as a team. And I mean, we've said that if we are down, we could even stand AFK in spawn for, I mean, like a minute or so just to talk. And then we can go back and we can win the rest of the rounds. So I think it's everyone in our team, but especially it might be Exist, our in-game leader. And of course, it helps a lot to have Heaton behind you as well. He's pretty loud, as you might hear.
Yep.
Thank you very much for sharing those thoughts with us. You can go back and enjoy the victory with your teammates, and I'm sure we're going to see you in the semifinals.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. NIP progress and Fnatic progress. There's a pattern here.
Well, in the end, okay, there were upsets with some of the lesser teams. Good teams, but not the great teams. The better teams, though, even when tested, even when pushed, in a best-of-3 format, the better team wins. The team who plays the best wins, rather. And in the end, the teams who played the best happened to be the better teams as well, and then they both progressed.
And Recursive and LGB, they take home what is it, $10,000?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad for.
And these guys have moved up to that $22,000 figure right now.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna.